This podcast is designed exclusively for adults. Our content revolves around cannabis, and we want to stress that we strictly adhere to the legal guidelines governing its consumption. This podcast combines humor and education to explore various aspects of cannabis. Please be advised that the information shared on this podcast is not intended as professional advice, and we strongly recommend familiarizing yourself with the specific cannabis laws and regulations applicable in your jurisdiction. The hosts of Bong Rips and Video Games want to make it clear that we consume cannabis legally within the states of New Jersey and Delaware, where we record and produce our content. While we aim to create an open and enjoyable space for conversations about cannabis, we encourage you to responsibly and lawfully engage with this substance in your own location. By choosing to listen to this podcast, you acknowledge that the content is intended for adult audiences, and we assume no responsibility for any actions taken as a result of the information provided. Stay informed, stay responsible, and enjoy Bong Rips and Video Games responsibly.
Black lipstick immediately.
And here we are, episode 29, 29. I don't know any other language to say it in any other thing, but welcome to another episode of Bong Rips and Video Games with your favorite assholes, Kobalus, Dabs, and Clean Sanchez. What's going on, everybody?
Sounded like you said Queen Sanchez for a second. I accepted it.
No, Queen Sanchez is my wife.
I accepted it. I was ready to accept it.
I thought you said like Queef Sanchez. Like no, it's
oh god,
it's Clean Sanchez. Oh yeah, Dabs is not here for the, you know.
No, I'm not.
So we have a roast this morning.
Yeah.
Gio, I mean, kick it off. What did you
I
find?
mean, it's not necessarily like a person roast, more like a people roast. Like I don't know. All right, so there's this new.
Oh, wait, who are we roasted? The customers or the company?
I would say both.
It's both.
Yeah, I would say both at this point. So I don't know if a lot of you guys were aware. I mean, I passed this along to Sanchez, Dabs. I don't know if you skim through that, but there's something called like plinchy or what the plinch. And
no, it's just
what the hell is that?
It's just Plitch, like Twitch. But
yeah,
with a
so apparently it's something that you could download into your PC that basically enables you to modify games. So it's like a remote modder, something like that.
Okay.
Let me know. Cue it when you want me to read the game.
Yeah, and what it basically does is it gives people that are just pretty much shit at fucking gaming the opportunity to stay being shit at gaming, but still get their wins, and so on and so forth. But yeah, Sanchez, please elaborate a little bit more.
And you're gonna find some of these titles kind of weird, and I have a theory about this. But we have Horizon Forbidden West, Dragon Dogmas 2, Sons of Valhalla, Alone in the Dark, Manor Lords, which just came out a couple days ago, Fallout 4 and Fallout Shelter, Infection Free Zone, Planet Crafter, PC Tycoon, Hades the Second, and the list goes on. But when I go into, let's see, shooters, Grand Theft Auto 5, Fallout New Vegas, Far Cry 5, Sniper Elite 5. So here's my thing about this. and this is and especially PC. There's a thing called command codes, okay? And command codes are technically like the scripts of the game codes that you could use to modify, not modify, to cheat in your game. Why do you need a paying service for this, especially for a game that like Fallout 4 that gives you the mods?
Yes.
Okay, that's
Mhm.
another thing right
Yeah.
there. It doesn't make sense to me why. And look, if you're paying for this, you are, I'm going to say it, you are the biggest dumbass I've ever
Yeah, you're
seen in my
fucking
life. You cannot sit there and tell me that you can't just Google it. Go to cheatcc.com. Go to IGN, for Christ's sakes.
Bro,
IGN.
I've been using Cheat
There-
CC for
Oh, yeah.
years, bro.
Dude,
Years.
like, come on. Like, and you're going to charge people for shit that they could find online for free, but you want to give them different types of cheats?
Yeah.
No, man. But then
no.
it gets even worse because I don't see it with Plitch, but other companies are doing this for multiplayer games like Call of Duty with their aimbots.
That's also I wanted to bring that up
That's
as
the
well.
fucked up part.
That's another thing that it opened up a whole new fucking like a whole new broken dam worth of legitimate fucking like cheaters. Like it's
I like that.
like legitimately
Broken dam.
it's a bunch of fucking cheaters at this point. Like, bro, you got guys like say us avid fucking gamers that put in the hours, the days into learning a game, learning the mechanics, getting used to those mechanics, and then on top of that, getting good at those mechanics in general, the aiming, so on and so forth. I know there's people that will manipulate sensitivity here and there, and a lot of assholes will say, "Oh, that's cheating too." No, it's just a preference of game. If it's allowed in the game, then so be it. That's part of the fucking game. But when you add
that's
outside
command
elements
code, PC cheats
to
are
manipulate the
crazy.
game, then it's a fucking problem.
Exactly. So take a guess. So I'm notorious for. I mean, I usually like completing the game first. I'll beat the game first, and then I'll start using
Oh,
cheat
hell
codes
yeah.
to have a little fun for different weapons I didn't find. You gotta have a little fun. But take a guess what game to this day I have not cheated or used command codes or mods on yet. It's a recent game too. Starfield.
Really?
I have not used any command codes, no cheats, no mods on that game. And there's actually a major.
I would imagine there's a lot.
Yeah, there's actually a major update coming in 3 days, the 15th, which is Tuesday when this is airing. Time displacement. Sorry, guys.
Shit.
But yeah, like it's just weird, and but like Bethesda has Creation Club. They have like all these cool things that allow you to have fun with the game, to manipulate it the way that you want to, and it's just like things have taken me away from the shooters. Maybe I stick around with Fortnite. There's a couple new shooters out there that I'm like kind of like listening around. Dabs, are you still there?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I am on mobile. I did not.
No, you should have heard the conversation before you came in here. I was like, he should just go on his phone.
That's literally what I did. So Riverside has an app. Any other
Oh, dope.
podcasters out there that use Riverside that didn't know that they do have a mobile app? So I downloaded the mobile app, and here I am. I can see you guys and hear you guys perfectly.
Oh my God.
It's really good. It's really good. No, but you actually didn't miss anything, because as soon as I saw that you were like glitching, I was like, oh, wait a minute. It's catching him right now. But yeah, no, we were just talking about the mods. It's just like it's spreading, and it's bad, and it's disgusting. I want to talk to you guys about something really cool.
What?
I spoiled it earlier today when I showed you guys I was playing Ultimate Alliance, and I have been looking for this game for 5 or 6, maybe longer than maybe 10 years now, because the game lost its license from Activision, and you couldn't play the game anymore.
Well, yeah,
you couldn't even find it. It even doesn't even work hard copies. So some guy, I don't even know who the fuck he is. I found him on Reddit. And he was like, I got all these games, these old PlayStation and OG Xbox games that you could download. No launcher, no download. I know it sounds weird, but I'll explain in a second. And it's just, it plays. So I got to play Marvel Ultimate Alliance for the first time in like 10 fucking years, and I was happier than a pig in shit. Okay? It was great. And the reason why I'm talking about this, because I want to give a shout out to all the I don't even know what to call you guys. The people who put these games.
I mean, I don't know, like
Like
seeders, I guess.
Cedars,
Oh.
I get, yeah, I don't know, like, but these people come through for guys like me who want to play these classic games who have no access
pretty
to
sick.
it.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's,
really awesome.
you know, call it what you make. Companies are like, oh, you shouldn't be stealing our games. Well, fuck you. Maybe you should make them available to us. Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I mean, how can they technically call it stealing if they're not profiting off it at all? Like if they shut it down, like it's that's it. Like it's free reign.
look at Rob's. You could download an emulator that
Yeah, that's what I'm
probably-
saying. Emulators exist, so it's like they can't say shit.
Yeah, and it just works. It just works. And I had no issue playing the game. The game was seamless. Seamless. Like legit.
I mean,
like
understandably so. You have a fucking monstrosity sitting in front of you, so anything
it's
when it's seamless.
but here's the thing. I don't think it has anything to do with the PC because ROMs generally they don't take a lot of, you know, from what I understand, they don't take a lot of data from your computer or anything like that.
Like
So when you're playing
megabytes,
these
if that.
ROMs,
Like, yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I could legitimately put this file into our chat right now, right? Right? Yeah. And it's just like it's incredible to me that this is able to be done. Okay? I was able to connect my controller and I was able to play it and I just thank you, man. Just
He
fucking
said,
thank you.
Thank you, man.
You said thank you, man.
In other news, Microsoft shut down a bunch of studios this week.
Yeah, there's some Fallout news that I want to get into with that when we go through the actual story. But go ahead.
So they have shut down Redfall developer Arcane, Hi-Fi developer Tango DreamWorks, and more. And this is
Hi-Fi. Didn't that game just fucking come out?
And how good was it doing?
Yeah, it was actually doing pretty good.
Yeah, that developer no longer is non-existent.
What the fuck?
Microsoft have cut them from the team, and there's a big theory about this. And like Dabs was saying, he wants to say something about Fallout. And just 2 weeks ago, we were just covering that Microsoft wanted to push another Fallout game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now all these studios that are under Bethesda are now cut.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on this, guys?
Wait, and what? You feel it's to potentially push another fucking Fallout faster?
That's my theory, yeah. Dabs?
I don't want another Fallout game.
Thank you. Not right now. Not right now, at least.
Not right now.
I mean,
I'm fine with 4. I'm fine with 76.
I'm definitely at a cross with it. Like, I wouldn't mind another Fallout, but at the same, I mean, I do feel we don't necessarily need one right now.
No, we don't.
The show, like, let the show fucking marinate. Like, let this thing do its job, and then maybe base a Fallout game later on that follows on the show. You know, yeah.
Let the original games kind of
exactly.
Playtime now,
especially now that audiences that just watch the show are going back and replay old games, like it.
Yeah.
Or to play them for the first time.
Exactly. So, like, it's me.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I'm like Dab said, I don't want another Fallout game right now. I'm completely happy with what
I wouldn't
Fallout
mind it,
76
but
is
I don't
doing.
think it's necessary.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, and like, you know that they're going to do some weird shit, you know. Todd Howard has a tease just a couple days ago that there's 2 Fallout projects
Jesus
in the works
fucking
right now.
Christ.
You know, one of them I theorizing is a mobile. And
yeah.
I hope it's a fucking like Candy Crush, like Fallout
Oh,
style
God.
game. I don't know why I want it, but
I would like that. I'd play the
like
shit
a
out
brick
of that.
breaker kind of thing.
Like a brick breaker, yeah.
You know,
That'd be pretty cool. Now,
I would play the shit out of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, give it to us, give it to us. But I mean, all in all, at the end of the day, a lot of people lost their fucking jobs,
Yeah.
and a lot of these games are not gonna have support after this now. You know, there are games that were in development that we don't even know if they're going to get
Shit.
caught up with any new studios. So the repro, this is something that this was sent as an email. In an email sent to staff by Matt Booty, head of Xbox Game Studios, Microsoft blamed the cuts on a reprioritization of titles and resources. So this kind of feeds into the fact that they're firing people to save money to make another Fallout game. Now, Elder Scrolls 6 is in development right now, and we don't even we're not even probably looking at that for like what, 3 years, if
that.
Nothing like that.
they said Fallout not until maybe 2030, you know. And now what does that timeline look now? What's gonna happen with Elder Scrolls?
Yep.
Bro, I'm gonna be playing fucking Fallout 5 at like 86 years old, bro. This is gonna be fucked up.
No, you'll be 84 because you know they're firing everybody.
True. Okay, so man, knock off 2 years.
So yeah, this is a crazy thing that's happening right now. I think the theory holds some weight to it. But June 9th, we're gonna find out a little more about this, maybe to see what new titles are gonna show in the showcase. And this is Microsoft Xbox if you're on that side. But to kind of transition, the last story that we have about this is that Phil Spencer. Yep. You know what, Dabs? I want you to talk about this.
Bomb the shit out of that motherfucker's camp. Bomb it. Bomb it, bomb it, bomb it. Nuke that motherfucker's camp, bro. Nuke it. Do it.
I mean,
now Sanchez explained why I said that.
Man.
No, but I mean, he's not wrong because he is the head of Xbox. He is the man.
Yeah.
He is the man. So he had to approve these studios being shut down in order for this to happen. This man is getting attacked on Fallout 76. I added him. I added him on Xbox. He's been on Fallout 4 ever since the bombings. Okay, like it's not looking good for Phil Spencer right now. And if you guys want to know his thing, this isn't a dox. Everyone knows his thing is P3. Okay, that's his Xbox account. Go find him.
Just P3, like the letter P, the number 3. That's it.
And it's actually kind of funny because his camp is actually nothing. He's got
it ain't shit, and he's like level 150 something. It ain't shit.
My wife has more hours than Phil Spencer in Fallout 76. Okay, my wife is reaching 800 hours.
That's fucking crazy.
In Fallout 76. Okay, shit like that will make someone fucking throw up when they realize the hard work that this woman has fucking done for the wasteland. All right. No one fucking knows, but Phil Spencer, our thoughts are with you, man.
Mine are. I hope you get bombed every single day.
Definitely not with him on this one.
Yeah. So today,
I hope in Fallout 76 you get bombed every day. Do not get back on Fallout 76 because as soon as I find and get my PC up and running, and I find you.
You know, it's interesting because like my camp is at right next to the Wayward, right? And my thing is appeasing to the new players. I sell clothes and weapons cheap. I usually put a bunch of fixtures. Fixtures is one of the best weapons. And my wife is right next to me, next to my camp, and I always wondered, like, if someone were ever to nuke my camp, they're gonna nuke new players along with them, and those people are gonna be gone. So I'm kind of safe.
Yeah.
In a way, right?
I'm super safe. I uninstalled that game to install 4 so I can enjoy some shit.
Yeah. So, which actually, I just want, and before we get to our big topic today, I just want to say, Gio, I think your stream looked really good the other day.
Thank you.
I thought you would be streaming a little bit more between then, but I understand time. But I don't know if you got to check it out, Dabs. His stream looked really good. He reached a couple of outside followers. Chat was on fire. Oh, yeah. It looked good. You did really good with your stream, man. I think everybody should check it out. Kick.com/Goblin Gaming 420.
Yep.
I think that I think Fallout 4 should be your next thing.
I
That's
actually
just my suggestion.
re-downloaded Thief Simulator, which I will be surrounding as more of a role play aesthetic. I'll be doing a voiceover over the thief character and playing
Oh,
this
you just
out
reminded me.
in the
I need.
strangest way
Okay,
possible.
good, good. So that's what I like to hear. Everyone's doing big things. Dabs, you have a podcast episode with someone coming out real soon. I can't wait for that
Yep.
to come out. We're all doing things, and also I just want to say there's been some eyes on us. Okay, there's been specific people watching us, and I just want to say that we're good to go. You could send your people to listen to us. We're
Yeah,
safe.
absolutely.
We're safe and you'll love us. So, but the one thing I do ask is leave a review.
Yeah.
We don't
Def-
know how good or bad we're doing if you don't leave a review.
Exactly.
We've been getting a lot of love in our comments, which is so good because I'm going to throw out a big fact today. BRVG has the most consistent content, the most comments and reviews than any other Clean Sanchez media production right now. And that is saying something.
Boom.
So
Oh yeah.
thank you to you guys for your hard work. And now let's get to the big
Oh
topic.
yeah.
All right.
Kick it off. What are we talking about today?
So we are talking about the difference between dispensaries and backyard dispensaries.
And if you're thinking what's a backyard dispensary, and in no way this is any way to talk shit about anybody, but to me, a backyard dispensary is one of those events that you go to, and you go to events and they have weed everywhere. To me, that's a backyard dispensary. Or if you go to a smoke shop and they sell weed in the back, backyard
That's kind
dispensaries.
of like my definition for a backyard dispensary is like nothing on
Yeah.
the shelves, everything's in the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I say the same thing because the events do come into a conversation with this too, because in a way they are kind of like pop-up shop dispensaries in a way.
Yep.
So I mean, I want to know what your thoughts about this. Kick it off, one of you
I mean,
guys.
I started off with a local shop that actually like served flour, in the back. They didn't have anything on shelves and everything. It was interesting to say the least. It's convenient, on another side. But then the only other thing that kind of threw me off with this kind of dispensary was the fact that they weren't really educated or knowledgeable on what they had on hand.
Yeah.
That was the only issue I had was, they got product, but they weren't familiar with the product they had. Like they couldn't give me, numbers. They couldn't give me anything that would really tangibly make me believe that what they had was legitimately what they had. Whereas you go to a dispensary and everything has a label to it. The labels have a name.
Yeah.
The name has numbers, a percentage, everything on it right there for show. That way you don't have to, second guess
You
it.
get these at backyard. You get these at backyard dispos.
Yeah. But it's backyard dispos. It's more like a gamble. It's a gamble because you can't really guarantee that you're getting exactly what you want. I mean, in most cases you'll get great deals. Like that's beyond a shadow of a doubt. You will get great fucking deals, but then that also coincides with the fact that they're not knowledgeable of what they're selling, like legitimately. But that's literally my only gripe with the two.
Yeah. Dabs.
So I still have yet to go to a backyard dispo or a recreational dispensary where you can just walk in and everything's on the shelf. Still have yet. Haven't done that yet. I've only been to one dispensary that was a medical dispensary originally that has turned into a recreational dispensary, but they still operate like a medical dispensary.
Gotcha.
So that is something completely different than just walking into an actual recreational dispensary and seeing everything, which I have not experienced. So I can't really give a difference of opinion because I have not been in that position.
Okay, sweet. So I love dispensaries, and again, I haven't been to a dispensary where everything's on the shelf either. You know what I mean? They'll have displays, but that's about it. I think the only place I've been to that actually had weed on the shelf was Cookies in Harrison, and their
Yeah.
setup is really nice for a small shop. But it's not something you could be like, oh, I'm going to grab this off the shelf. No, it's on the shelf, it's on display, you could see it. I really I stand by dispensaries.
Yeah.
I love them. I love the fact that, like, again, they know what they have. They know their numbers, their percentages, the terpenes. They could tell if you don't know what strain you want, they can help you find it.
Exactly.
New Jersey alone has grown so many factories and so many different areas that to purchase cannabis, and it's
Yeah.
amazing. But then we go into the backyard dispos. So I'm going to start off, with just the regular plugs, and because I've never bought weed off of a smoke shop before.
No.
No, that so it's been offered, and just actually, just as of recently, there was one place that I went to that had an in-house concentrate,
Okay.
and I was actually kind of fucked up from it, to be honest with you. But they knew what they were doing because they were working on it
Mhm.
themselves. But I've never bought products from a smoke shop itself, not even from New York, to be honest with you, because I don't trust that shit either. Um,
All right. All right. So I did go to
oh
a legitimate dispensary in New York City, and this was about, I'm gonna say, a year and a half ago. I went out there with my brother. Um, my brother came out to visit. We went to New York, and we went to a dispensary there. The where we went was in Midtown Manhattan. I believe it was around 34th Street, in like Fifth or Fourth Avenue, one of those two. I don't
yeah,
remember the name of the dispensary, unfortunately. I'm sorry, guys, but the place was really fucking clean. They had like the grassy walls, and then within the grassy
oh
walls, they had
yeah,
these like fishbowl looking things. And in the fishbowl shit, the lids had a magnifying glass on top of the fucking lid and then a little rubber lift so you could smell the bud. So it was sealed, so you have to lift the lid, smell the butt, and then with a magnifying glass, look at the inside, and you can actually like look at the fucking crystallization and all the shit. So like they were really well organized. Everything was on a wall in a row. They had it from percentage from the lowest going to highest. The names were, like it was really, really well
that's
organized.
nice.
So in New
That's
York, there
nice.
are a
So
couple of places that yes, they are reliable. I think from what I recall, I think there was 100 fucking licensed, legitimate fucking dispensaries in New York City, and that recently they just had fucking, I think it was like 4,000 fucking local spots that were unlicensed in New York City alone. Like that's
yeah,
fucking crazy.
That's
yeah,
wild. Yeah,
and
that's
but now
wild.
this also adds in events. Have you been to any cannabis events before?
They,
Other than 420, no.
So I've been to. So I went up it. I worked
Uh huh.
one. Um, I helped a friend of ours, Buds R Us, do an event once, and they're good friends. Oh, shout them out, check them out. Buds R Us events, yada yada yada.
yeah,
And you go. I've only been to the more, how do you say this, dark alleyway type ones, right? Now there's some really fucking nice ones. Now we have a couple friends at BRVG that work these events
Yeah.
too, and when you look through their stories, I mean, they look like they're like, especially the one that I was in, clean environments, good times. There was people selling lighters, people selling weed. I think there was, yeah, like there was, it's different, you know what I mean? And to me, like, and I'm calling that a backyard dispo because to me it does range in the name of a
Yeah.
dispensary, because there are people in there that know what the fuck they're selling,
they,
and this is like that middle ground right
Mhm.
here, where you have guys who are so knowledgeable with cannabis, and but for some odd reason, the greater cannabis New Jersey doesn't really honor the smaller
No.
guys, you know what I mean?
even
And it's kind of weird too, because we have legalization. Why can't we have these
Mhm.
events? Okay, you're mad that these people are selling weed. Okay, now,
Well, let's
but let
let's
me play devil's advocate too,
here.
because,
I'm
like,
going to counter that argument with another argument. if they're worried about people getting stoned at all these fucking events, then where is the worry for the people walking out of bars at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning, completely intoxicated, getting into their cars without supervision whatsoever? The bartenders don't care because they're getting the tips, so those fucking bottles are going to continue getting filled. So I don't want to hear shit about the risk of marijuana, people smoking at events, bro. That's the least of our fucking concerns when this shit is happening daily.
Which, by the way, this is our time to say smoke
Yeah,
responsibly. So
definitely.
Yeah,
at
Smoke
the same
responsibly.
time,
Yeah, smoke
like
responsibly.
it's super weird, because the events, they look fun, they look great. People come together
Uh-huh.
smoking, buying weed together, smoking weed and stuff like that. But then, like, the cops come in. But then there's the other side of it too, where we have the dispensaries where it's convenient for us just to go to a dispensary now.
Exactly.
Because a lot of us, even like even in my mind, I'm just like, okay, well, I want to go to a dispensary because they have different strains that I know what I'm getting, but I'm paying a fucking arm and a leg. I'm paying fucking $80 for a fucking eighth or something like that. Whereas for $80, I could get close to a fucking ounce from a backyard.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's so weird, and like
Like, I mean, we've touched on the topic a couple of times. There's pros and cons to both. You get
yeah,
quantity without the guarantee of quality. And then on top of that, at a dispensary, you get legitimate quality and then like legitimate quantity for that, for that exact thing. But you're going to be paying
yeah.
that high price because you're paying for legitimate quality shit, not just a
Yeah.
guess.
So if you had to make a choice
Yes.
between a dispensary, a smoke shop weed, or cannabis or or cannabis from events, what would you think is the best option?
There's
I'm gonna have to go with the trust. The trust factor is really
there's
what counts at the end of the day. I trust Dispos specifically
Yeah.
because of A, the knowledgeability, B, the variety, and C, the fact that I get exactly what I'm looking for. If I'm looking for a strain that's gonna
I'm
put me to sleep, I know what I'm looking for. If I'm looking for a strain that's gonna keep
I'm
me active, I know what I'm looking for.
I'm gonna spin the bottle on this
Ooh,
one, and I actually kind of want to side with the little man here. You know what I mean? With the events, I feel like that they make the effort to give the people what they want for a proper
uh-huh.
price, for proper qualities, proper quantities, and I think at the same time they want to build a safe community for cannabis enthusiasts like us. I mean, look at the wine people.
I just think they need,
Seriously,
in order for
the
that to
wine
like
people,
really
the wine.
captivate me, like per se as a consumer, I would have to say they need to be made more public. They need to be put out there
I
more.
agree.
You know what I mean?
I
They need to be
agree.
more promoted. They need to be fucking like they need to get put out there more in order for me to like really be like, all right, now I have an interest of going to these events and these,
Yeah, but
conventions and shit.
the towns and the police need to
Yeah,
cooperate
yeah.
too. That's the
That's the real
problem,
yeah,
issue right now.
agree.
We get it. You don't want people selling weed out of a dispensary. That's fine. Give people licenses to be able to sell outside of it.
Hmm.
Okay, I would like to go to the fucking Lunar Fair and find the fucking booth with cannabis. You know what I mean? Like, do you have a license for it? Yes, I do. Okay, well, great. Not you're certified.
Exactly.
You know, this isn't like the secret stash where you could go buy from Jay and Silent Bob the fucking dealer cards. No, like, let's get this rolling.
Yeah,
Home grow is literally right
yeah,
there. We're about to get home grow.
literally.
Just open up the floodgates a little bit. Let other people make some money. You're so worried. You want to raise the fucking rent. Give other people legal ways to make money. Let us hold these events.
Exactly.
Let us have some fun.
Exactly.
You know? So with that, you know what
Oh
time it
yeah.
is.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. Let's go.
Pause. We got
Let's
to
pause
pause
it
real
up.
quick.
Let's pause it up. You know what? It's a good toast. This is a toast to the little guy. I will side with Sanchez on this side. Yes, the little guy does deserve their shine, but the little guy needs to do their part. Let's be real here. The
Yeah.
little guy needs to do their part in order to further legitimize themselves as a proper business. Like, you want to be looked at as a serious case, you got to put yourself out there as a serious fucking case. It's like a band. What is it? Fake it till you make it. That was the mantra. Fake it till you make it.
Can I say though, I see that with Buds R Us.
Huh?
You know, I don't see that stuff with the behind the scene stuff of what they do, but I see that they put themselves out there as best as they could, as properly as they
And
could.
as legally as they can, because you do have the risk of getting your shits flagged or reported or so on and so forth for promoting the wrong shit. But there's a way to do it. There is a way to do it.
I also, and you know, social medias too. They kind of need to lax it out of the way with cannabis too. I mean,
that's without a doubt.
That's what we're pausing for, and then we're gonna do our favorite
Let's
thing.
pause it up, boys.
We're over here taking blinkers and shit. Shit.
God damn it.
All right. So, guys, you know what time it is? We do it every single week since the very first episode. It's our favorite part of it's our favorite part. It's your favorite part. But the thing is, we're running out of topics.
Yeah, we need you guys to start throwing us more topics. On top of that, now that we're speaking of spin that wheel, we do have a spin that wheel merch shirt available. Yes, there is one available at Clean Sanchez Media Shop. So go check that shit out.
I am trying so hard to get one that actually spins.
Like a hologram tee?
We're going to have to something like that. Yeah. So here we go. Time to spin the wheel.
Let's see what we got.
Come on, Red Dead Redemption. Come on, Red Dead Redemption. It's been a while since we broke down a game. So
True.
This thing is not rigged. It's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning.
That's a good one.
What is that?
Canceled
games. Oh man, there's been a few over the years. So.
Quite a few. That's a good topic.
That was a good topic. That's gonna be a good one. I could already think of 5 off my head, and you know, I got a couple Batman ones.
I already know one that was. I know one that was made, went through production, and then got pulled from the shelf. So that's technically a canceled game.
Yeah.
Yep. You got Agent by Rockstar. You got Rainbow Six Patriots. You have a couple Batman games that never saw the light of day, like that Batman Beyond game.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff. But guys, thank you so much for spending your morning, afternoon, or evening with us. We are Bong Rips and Video Games. And we hope you enjoyed this episode. We hope you enjoy the content that's coming out after Fallout. I think we're gonna do some really cool stuff when we're done with the Fallout series. So stay tuned and remember, leave a review. We don't know how bad we are if you don't tell us.
Exactly.
We're on all platforms. All platforms. You can leave a review on all platforms. I personally use Apple Podcasts. So if you use Apple Podcasts, it is not that hard to leave a 5-star rating and leave a review. We will see it.
Absolutely.
And if you're on Spotify, scroll down on your mobile device and do the polls too.
And do the polls.
And again, things that you can make sure you guys leave us more topics so we can refill this wheel. It's running out, guys. We need your help. Give us more topics.
We're struggling here. We're struggling here.
Before Geo has a fucking connection.
Seriously, give us more, bro.
So long, everybody. I got to go get
later, guys.